Oh yeah, what's up my people? Welcome to Kick It with Joe. And this movie right here was a huge, gigantic surprise. Check this out. I know I didn't give you a lot there, but this is my review or reaction of Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1.
Whoa, before we start the review, reaction, whatever we calling this, make sure to link up with me on all social media platforms so we cool kids can always stick together and I can bring you more of this awesome kind of reviews, if you know what I mean. But yo, for real, this movie is like no other monster movie you've seen before. I think this is a masterpiece. Check this out.
我々しかこの国の未来を切り開くことはできないんだ。
あの怪物の生態は未知のことが多すぎて。
And you know, this movie just makes me realize how the director of this movie and this guy, we have to give him his props, you know, and the way he just framed everyone or the movie when it starts, you know, we come from war, everyone is depressed, everyone's sad, and then guess what? A monster comes out of the ocean. And not any monster, you know. This is Godzilla, bruh. This is Godzilla. This is basically the origin movie of Godzilla. This is him coming out of the ocean. People not knowing what is this creature that's coming out of the ocean. Woo! This is some good stuff, you know. Basically, the director knew how to put our mind space in that town or in that village where people are like, whoa, war just happened, you know, World War II just happened and they dropped a bomb here in Japan. Now this monster is coming out of the ocean. Yo. So, like I said, the director really put us in that mind frame. And when you're in that mind frame, you realize how destitute these people were or are. And then this monster still comes out of the ocean. This monster comes out of the ocean and just does worse damage than a bomb, you know, than the atomic bomb. He just comes out destroying everything. What is this monster looking for? You know, he's eating people, you know, and he's doing this. Basically, havoc, my people. This is the first time I'm like, whoa, Godzilla, chill, what you doing, you know? And this is the amazing part of this movie. This is not a Hollywood movie. This is a Japanese independent movie. And the way they just wrote the story, you know, I'm trying to not give too much away, you know, but still let you know that this is magnifique. If you enjoy monster movies, you know, movies like Godzilla vs King Kong doesn't come close to this baby. You know, I'm not saying they're really bad. Okay, the first Godzillas were really bad, but the Kong vs Godzilla, you know, it's not that bad, but it's still like, you know, but this movie right here basically exposes Hollywood for the whack writing, you know, the whack special effects, whack storylines, because this movie just, woo. I don't want to give too much away, but here we go.
あいつ
つの未来を守ってやりたい。
So like I said, we're following this kamikaze pilot throughout the movie, and this kamikaze pilot basically didn't do his mission, didn't finish his mission, so he's depressed. You know, he's depressed because all the other living soldiers that who survived are looking at him and thinking like, yo, bro, you didn't complete your mission. What are you still doing here? You were supposed to complete your mission by doing this, X, Y, and Z, and you didn't do it. What are you doing here? So our main guy, our character, he's totally broken down as a man. You know, when he comes back home, people don't receive him well because it's like, what was this war for? Look what's happening. Look what the war did to our communities and our cities, and then there's still a monster in the midst, you know. So this movie really makes us look at Japan, or what's happening through his lens, right? And he is basically depressed to the point where he needs to like fix things, and for him to fix things is going up against Godzilla. Woo! It doesn't make sense. I don't know how the writers got this right, but when you watch it, it makes sense. This one man up against Godzilla, and it's not only physical, it's a mental battle. Ooh, the director took it there. It's a mental battle of the highest level. Check this out. Just check this out. It's woo.
Godzilla -1.
So if you don't know, this is a foreign film, as they say. It's a Japanese film. Basically, Japan took their franchise of Godzilla back, and they did it justice, especially with this movie right here. I have to say this in conclusion as well. This movie right here, or what the director did, is make us actually root for the humans. And a problem that Godzilla had is that in all the Godzilla or the Hollywood Godzilla movies, we're always rooting for Godzilla or King Kong. You know, we're rooting for the monster, you know, because they always try and make the monster like a good guy, especially in the Hollywood ones, because they're trying to franchise the Godzilla thing. Let me just say that. They're trying to franchise it. Now with this approach, you know, this director basically made me hate Godzilla. I disliked Godzilla because whenever Godzilla came, it was just chaos everywhere. You know, this movie is beautiful in the fact that it humanizes the human beings. Yes, we're watching actors. Yes, we're watching people perform, you know, CGI. But they humanize them so much where I'm like rooting for the people. Like, why is this monster doing this to my fellow human being? You know, why is Godzilla doing this? You know, and yes, see, this movie was nice. I didn't expect it, but this movie was actually really good. This is an origin story, basically, of how Godzilla basically started. Not his origin, like, because we humans will never know where Godzilla comes from. Or not never, but, you know, the storyline basically just tells us the first time Godzilla just popped up on the scene, you know, and he really, really did damage. So my conclusion, this movie is amazing. This movie is a strong 9.5. Okay, let's just say 9 out of 10. You know, just to be safe, it's a 9 out of 10. You will not regret watching this movie. If you're into monster movies, you know, if you're into that hardcore monster, you know, feeling like a kid again, being afraid, you know, especially when Godzilla comes, you know that. What is that? You know, that whole feeling, you know, that kind of feeling. Yo. Got me. I felt like an 8-year-old watching that movie, you know. I felt like an 8-year-old watching my first monster movie. You know, I was afraid. I was afraid of Godzilla, my people. My people, I was afraid of Godzilla because he looked so scary. The CGI, the special effects was just, it was Godzilla. Like, I've seen Godzilla, but this Godzilla just looked different, and he looked good different, you know. Well done. Slow clap. This is a slow clap for this one. Godzilla -1 scores a definite strong 9 out of 10. Come on, we're giving it to it. We're giving Godzilla this props, you know. This movie was good. Shout out to the director, the actors, you know. These people pitched up, you know. Unlike the other Godzilla vs. King Kong or just the Godzilla movies, it's like we're just trying to see Godzilla. You know what, man? In this movie, Godzilla wasn't even like, you know, like Jaws. You don't see him a lot, but you're afraid. The director knew how to make us afraid. Zana, Zana. You know, when the shark comes. Zana, 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 na, 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 na. You know? That Jaws, bruh. Jaws. When you just know that fun is coming. So, the director knew how to invoke that fear and that excitement. I don't know what to even call it, but now this director did that so well without even Godzilla's screen time was less than the humans, you know, and Godzilla just needs. I was rooting for the humans. That's all I'm saying. This movie is really good. I don't want to rant for an hour about this. I don't want to spoil the movie for you, you know. I just want you to know that this is what's going down, and this is a good-ass movie. Alright, go and watch it right now. It's on Netflix right now. Go and check out this movie. This is Godzilla -1. And just like that, my people, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the love out here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and so we can all stick together one time. Peace. I'm out. 1. Or -1, because it's Godzilla -1. I'm out.